Hey there, Reagan from Wodify here to walk you through how to use our progressions feature to set up attendance-based challenges. The first thing I'm going to do is head to People, Progressions, and then click Create Progression. I just need to give my progression a name, and then hit Create. Here I'll see my new progression, and then I'll be able to start building out the levels for the progression. So for this challenge, I want to track 2 months of attendance, so all of June and all of July, up to 30 classes. So I need to create levels in progressions that automatically track their progression from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and then 20 to 30 and 30 plus. So we're going to go ahead and start by creating our first level. I'm going to name this one Getting Started. And then here I can choose what visual represents this level or badge. So I'm going to use an image, and you guys can create your own images for badges in Canva, or you can check out our pre-made templates and hit save. Once I've saved my image, I can add a description letting people know more about the challenge and also how they get from this level to the next level. And then I want to make sure I turn auto promotion on. Then for criteria, I am going to add some attendance-based criteria in order to auto promote members from the first level to the next and so on. So I'm going to choose the attendance option. I'm just going to name this attendance. I'm going to mark this complete after 10 classes. I do want it to be visible by members, meaning I want my members to be able to see their progression and how many classes they have done out of the 10 required. Require it for promotion, and I'm going to let all classes count towards attendance tracking, but you can choose to exclude certain programs. So for example, if you have an open gym class that you don't want to count towards this, you can choose the specific program option to exclude that. I'm going to hit create and then save. Once I have my first level built out, it's super simple to move through the next ones. All you have to do is duplicate that level, click into the copy, and just change the name. So we're going to call this 10 class badge. And then I can add another description here, and then you'll see my attendance criteria copied over with it. So I'm going to hit save. And you're just going to repeat that for the rest of your levels. The reason you do the getting started level is because we need to track everybody from getting from 0 classes to 10 classes. So that's their just getting started badge. Then once they hit 10 classes, they will go into the 10 class badge automatically. And then once they attend another 10, they'll receive their 20 class badge, and they'll stay in that badge until they attend another 10, in which case they'll end up in their final badge of 30 classes. So you can get creative with this as far as how many classes you require, when you want to track this. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you now how to enroll everyone into this new progression. Your next step here to get everyone enrolled is to go to the No Level tab. You're going to select this checkbox right here and then select all items in this list. This is going to be all of your members who are not yet a part of this progression. You're going to click Set Level. We're going to set them at the first level of getting started, and we're going to start them on June 3rd. So any day from June 3rd on is when we're going to look at attendance for this progression. And then at the end of the 2 months of my challenge, I'm going to go ahead and see where everybody's at. So we're going to hit Set Level. It's going to take a little while for Wodify to process through adding all of these people. If you have a lot of members, it'll take a little bit longer. So just let it sit for a minute and then come back. But in the meantime, there's one other thing you can do to personalize the progression feature, and that is customizing the name. So under Account Global Settings, you can click Edit Terms, go to Perform, and then right here you'll see Progression and Level. You can rename both of these terms. You can name them challenges instead of progressions. You can name it badges instead of level, whatever you like to make it better represent how you're using it. Your members can easily track their progress and view the criteria to progress from one level to the next in the Wodify app by going to the hamburger menu here, and then levels, and then they'll automatically pop into the challenge that they are enrolled in. If they're in multiple, they can switch between them here, and then they can see their current level that they're holding and their progress so far on attendance. They can click view all levels to view the full progression and see exactly what they need to do to get from one level to the next. So I hope this helps. This is a really fun way to keep members engaged for short periods of time, like a summer challenge. So give it a try. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team.